Looks like we are live. I am just planning to wrap up gameplay here. I have 100 levels solved, and I believe there's five more to complete. There's one here, 2 here on this screen. One here on the right. That's 3. There we go. I don't know why I had so much trouble with that yesterday. Well, because I was playing super late. Brain wasn't running the right operations. Go. We have 2 characters on the left, 1 on the right. It seems rather impossible to get 2 characters on the right, which I would want to do if I want to push that block off. So what she needs to do is move this around. So. Alright, I got 2 of the big puzzles done. Just wrapping up the last few puzzles here. I'm at 101 puzzles completed. Just completed this map. Next up is this area here, and there's 2 or 3 puzzles I haven't been able to clear yet. This one I tried a couple times yesterday, moving the blocks here on the left, trying to connect them to the right side. But I kept getting stuck at this step here. I was trying to get... That's weird. Maybe I'm able to do it this time. I was trying to get Warrior over here so I can push this off to the right. That way I could swap up to the top. And once I swap to the top... I should be able to... I'm fairly close. I think I'm just misunderstanding how to move both of the characters across islands. But what I can do here is I can swap this stone, right? So that it becomes aligned here. And now I have 2 stones. I see, that's what I'm missing. So there is a way to go to top left, which is swap with that stone on the top left. Meaning I want to move this stone into position. And then I can do a full swap around this in a circle to move the warrior. Once I move the warrior over, I can push this down. And that gives me the ability to pour into the center. No, I don't want to do that. It should be here so I can walk across. so close. There we go. Oof, that was a complex one, and there's still one more. Okay. Last one in this sequence. So we could do a couple things here. Swap with the thief. Choose where to move the dragon. So. Oops. Thief has to move him out of position. Wizard can place that. Wizard can stand there. Now I just have to figure out how to move the thief. Can't swap here because they'll just die. Okay. Wait. Oops. And then she dies. Oh, that direction only makes things a little more complicated. I was originally gonna say I can move the wizard and swap this guy into position, but it looks like it's harder than it seems. Because I'm not able to swap. Yeah, that's right. So I'm not able to swap dragon up, but I can pull the dragon up. And then we can do the final swap here. Destroy the dragon and finish the level. Alright. Got 3 stages done. That's some smooth gameplay. I thought it would take a little longer because I was pretty stuck on those 2 levels yesterday. But it seems like just taking a night, refreshing my brain, getting back the energy to do some thinking really sets me up for some success with these puzzles. How many are we at now? 103 puzzles solved. And the final 2 puzzles, where are they? Oh, they're here. These 2. I found these exceptionally hard. Yeah, this one I was having trouble because those mirrors kind of stuck on the left side. I wanted to bring them closer to the center so that I could teleport from here to here.
If I don't want.
Then you won't want.
Okay,
It is I who set the
I
mirrors
guess
on
I
their
already
path,
set it up.
and I who now send you, not to them, but past them, along a path your own.
That was ridiculous because I was stuck on that puzzle for quite a long time yesterday, trying out some weird things, with like doubling up my character, making a clone, moving the mirrors, and it turns out that my mirror placement was already in the right spot to finish the puzzle off. Just, I am flabbergasted. Alright, this is the last puzzle we have in the demo. I've already completed everything else, so this is going to be number 105, and once we're done with this, then we would have completed the entire demo. We're looking at 2 mirrors here. With not enough room to get the right distance with 1 mirror, we're going to use 2 mirrors to cross the gap. Use both mirrors, like so. We can cross the gap. I'm going to keep those mirrors in that position because we're probably going to have to move the mirrors later, and I don't want to get the mirror stuck against the edge of the islands. And then what we want to do not sure what we want to do next. I want to move the crystal. I was thinking of moving it up 1, which allows it to be in line with this mirror if we choose to move crystal. Not sure how that helps us though. I think that's the only position. This horizontal here is the only position where we're able to do crystal swap. So we want to swap. We don't actually want to swap bar. This goes off screen and becomes useless. Oh, I see. So what I actually do here is to use 2 mirrors to move the crystal into a more interesting spot. As it is right now, if I use 1 mirror, I can only move the crystal downwards. But let's say I place the crystal up here. If the crystal's up there, I can actually move the crystal to the right. See? Can change. Can we change the distance? You can change the distance like so. But if we want to keep the mirrors accessible, that's probably the best spot. What I actually really want to do is move the crystal onto the island itself. That's impossible to do, given the circumstances. It seems impossible. Let's see how far I can move here. And there. Oh, then that's good enough, right? Again. Back. Not quite. If I do this, let's do that. And then I can teleport over.
Path
And then we're done.
that only you
Here we go.
may blaze.
I really like that quote. Want to hear it again?
It is I who set the Mirrites on their path, and I who now send you, not to them, but past them, along a path your own.
Talking about path. Path that's unique to yourself.
A path that only you may blaze.
Path that only you may blaze. Alright. And should be at 105. Once that updates. Into the overworld. Here we go. 105 puzzles solved. well, that wraps up Order of the Sinking Star. Definitely a 10 out of 10 fantastic experience, especially for a Sokoban game. I like puzzle games, but I've very rarely finished a Sokoban game because they get fairly complex and fairly difficult quickly. But I'm really excited about this one. Not saying that I'm gonna be able to beat all 1000 plus levels when this releases. I do expect it to also get ramped up in complexity and difficulty fairly quickly in the full title, but I'm very excited to try at the very least. Like I'm gonna enjoy it. I think I'm gonna enjoy this a lot given how much I've already enjoyed the current demo iteration of it. It's really cool to see essentially four different games packaged in one. We saw Heroes of the Holland, we saw Promise, Mirror Isles, each one presenting very, very interesting Sokoban game mechanics. Each one very, very unique to its own theme. And a lot of the puzzles certainly surprised me and delighted me when I played them, because it definitely gave me a ton of aha moments for how those abilities would interact with both the world and with the other abilities of other characters. So it's 10 like I said, 10 out of 10 experience, 10 out of 10 demo. Overall, it did take me about 10 hours to complete the demo, so not the quickest by any stretch. I've heard of some other players talking about completing it within 6 to 8 hours. But of course, we did get stuck in a few sections, but it took us some time to sleep on the puzzle, then to revisit it, to finally complete it after getting that bit of time away from the game. Yeah, it's been very rewarding so far. Like, the fact that I've gotten stumped a couple times, but have been able to complete the puzzle after giving it some time or giving myself some rest, really goes to show how well designed these puzzles are, and how the designers were able to piece together a path of discovery for any player to stumble upon the solution or to discover and find the solution, right? So even within the levels themselves, sure, there's like the challenge and the obstacles of the placement, but within that placement are a lot of hints as to what the potential of the combinatorics can be with the positioning, placement, movement of all the elements, right? So you'll see, if you go back and watch, you'll see that the way that I reason through each of the puzzles is to talk through sort of what are the early possibilities, what are the elements and their potential movements. And that's just an example of one type of breadcrumb that can be given to the player to show them, you know, what are the interesting areas that they should be exploring to make the actual discovery come to light, So yeah, that's just a fantastic experience. I'm thinking that when we do the game and play the game during the release, that I'm going to just start over from scratch, because the developers, Jonathan Blow, has talked about a lot of this early stuff being still a work in progress, right? So even though we did see the voice acting, we saw 100 levels, the characters, all the art. I suspect like a lot of the art is going to be, at least for these early levels, the art is in place. But the supporting elements like the voice acting is going to be polished. The level icons are going to be polished more. The locked areas are going to be unlocked, right? So in this particular build, we hit a lot of dead ends a lot because the demo was supposed to limit us to those specific levels that were presented to us in the demo. But if we're going to be playing the game from the beginning again during the release, we're going to have complete freedom as to which levels we want to tackle first, and we won't run into those sort of demo checkpoints, right? Additionally, that south area, Skipping Stones, is going to be available for play, so I think just starting over from the beginning is going to be a great way to play through the launch. Even though the save file is going to transfer over, it's not going to be that important, right? I'm going to be able to beat and complete all those levels from scratch again, but kind of get to feel like I'm playing the game again, kind of for the first time. Not really for the first time, but it'll come close to that sort of experience. So yeah, that's where we're going to wrap today. That was Order of the Sinking Star. I really do hope it's going to release this year, because this is basically the #1 game on my wish list right now, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. Alright, so that's it for live streams. I might do another one for another 1 or 2 Next Fest demos. I've been browsing through the Steam store and the demo section, but not finding anything that's super enticing. I know I really was enjoying Hyper Detonator and trying to get a high score on that one, so I might play a little bit more of that before it goes, before the demo and the Next Fest ends. There's also another game called Dawn 1 that I did play a little bit of earlier on. That was in a similar like arcade high score style action gameplay, that I kind of enjoyed the experience, but I did ask the game developer to make some adjustments to the way the character dead zone moves for the mouse, and they said they would make some changes, so I'm still waiting to see if they update the demo build before I download it and give it another shot. So at least there's those 2 games that I'm considering spending a little more time with during the Next Fest. But outside of that, there wasn't really much else. Might be a good idea to go through the Sokoban section, since we really enjoyed this Sokoban game, right? Yeah, maybe that's something we can do right now. I'm gonna take a look. Take a look very quickly through the next Pokemon section. By genre, puzzle section. There's CRPGs. Let me bring up Steam here. This is the puzzle section. Creature collectors. Dragon dungeon. An auto battler. I like that. Another creature collector. There's actually a creature collector genre. That's pretty interesting. Puzzle games. I did try this one. Short House. Button game. We played Chop Garden. The Worm. There's a cute time traveling puzzle. Reminds me of that other. There's another time traveling puzzle that I picked up that I haven't finished yet. But I still have one in my backlog. It's like Braid in 3D, right? Astro Screamer. Puzzle with city building. I'm kind of curious. Light fold with the cat. Ah, here we go. That's the Sokoban section. My For You. Mind Ink. Mono. Just showing me these two. Extraction shooters. Playing a marathon. Okay, let's just call it a night. Wrap there. Thanks for joining the stream. If you want to watch more Orderly Sinking Star, you can go back into my live catalog videos to watch from the beginning. Or, you know, I'll be streaming or uploading videos of this game when it releases. So subscribe and then follow to get